Hi, here is Markku Wilenius, and I'm gonna talk about the Dubai Future Foundation. Dubai Future Foundation was an organization that I worked years 2000-2021 as a Dean of Dubai Future Academy. Which was a part of this Dubai Future Foundation. But originally, the Dubai Future Foundation was built as a kind of a future arm for Dubai government to explore the long-term opportunities of Dubai, but also to train people in Dubai how to think future in a systematic way, in a way that helps them to see that future is going to be something very different to what has been the past for Dubai. In addition to that, Dubai Future Foundation also has a task to bring a future sort of more tangible, and that idea brought then this foundation to start this enterprise of building something rather strange, which then later became a museum of the future. This Museum of the Future has been launched in the early 2022, and it really tries to capture the idea of how the world looks like from the decades to come, what type of the opportunities are ahead, how differently we will view the world around us, how we are gonna go further into the space, what type of the new technologies are coming, but also what type of the constraints we need to build as a human societies to kind of shy away from the current path of exploiting natural resources in a terrible manner. Actually, Dubai Future Foundation does also a lot of research about the future, so different kind of reports about the future of various kinds of technologies, various kinds of opportunities come regularly as a part of the activity. There are currently some 150 people working there. It operates as a one big organization, even if they are very much sort of allocated tasks. It also has been working with the kind of a startup scheme, having a regular kind of an intake of global startups that have some interesting potential for the global kind of a business environment, but also particularly for the Dubai. There has been also work in something which is being called a Dubai Future Lab, and particularly the idea of how to build the next generation robots that are more intelligent has been a part of the agenda there. My unit, as said, was Dubai Future Academy. It was there to do this type of a capacity building, particularly for Dubai authorities, high-ranking officials, also mid-ranking officials, that whose task is to not just to operate within the realm of what type of the tasks they have been allocated, but also to improve things and have a kind of a strategic eye on how to build Dubai kind of a next generation fit, future fit, as it might be said. When I came in early 2020 to work for the Dubai Future Foundation, I was set for a task to build the academy in a way that enables a good amount of Dubai government officials, but also some businesses to join the courses, to be able to grasp the idea how to build on futures in such a way that you're using different methods and tools, how to actually to build what I was calling the futures literacy in such a way that we understand what type of the human capacities in particular we need to be developing, and then have also a good glance of those emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence, IoT, blockchain, and many more, to realize that how these emerging technologies may have an impact into the society, and how they could be used for the good for the society and its citizens. Dubai Future Academy before my time had already existed, but mostly by inviting people around the world to have or companies to have courses there. And then I started to build a kind of a master program for the academy, which would then kind of advise what type of the courses, what are the connection between the different courses and other type of activities inside the academy, and then build the actual plan of rolling out those courses. Of course, this all happened at the time when the world was shocked by COVID-19 virus, and suddenly in the spring of 2020, just after a couple of months, I had been working there. We needed to shift the idea of how we actually built these courses and programs there, and we started to develop the idea of the virtual courses, which was actually not so important part before the pandemic, but we suddenly realized that we need to start doing this course material and this kind of interface in a different way. Now, this then were developed in such a way that by the end of 2020, I had a good collection of different courses that were allocated into these kind of 3 domains: futures literacy, futures technologies, and futures methodologies. And then we started to actually run those courses in 2021, which was a very interesting year because I personally did over 100, I think it was close to 120 different courses, full day courses. I mean, not different courses, but you typically sort of 3-4 day courses. Some of them physical, some of them virtual, and that we were offering to Dubai governmental officials. And as we were working on this, of course, I had a team to work with me, and it was hugely interesting to see that actually the attention and the interest for these courses sort of a rapid increased, and we had a really hard time to kind of meet the expectations and have enough offering for the people that wanted to join our courses. Now, this human capacity building, as said, was one of the key aspects of why the foundation was originally built, and the idea that we are focusing on the human capital was that it had become quite apparent that when and if the Dubai wants to move to the kind of next stage of its own evolution, it has to increase its investments on this particularly human capital, make people much more aware how actually the societies are in this transformation, and how this transformation will affect the world at large, but particularly Dubai itself. And that was also interesting for me to see that how enthusiastic people were there participating on those courses, where we were basically building a lot of ideas about what should be the kind of the next level Dubai, what type of the issues need to be tackled, what type of the businesses and technologies need to be developed, what type of the culture needs to be created, and what type of the society need to be built. And it was a very much of a general idea that capacity building, the way that we build the Dubai from here on, has to be much more based on building the human capacity, the understanding how the world is different, build a lot of competencies and skills that enable Dubai to create more economic and social activities that would be less dependent on the ups and downs of the world economy. Since also COVID times was kind of a pointing out that a lot of the Dubai economy was resting on the possibility that people are coming in, flying in as a tourist or making businesses and so forth. But when that was kind of prevented, if not totally, then at least substantially, that showed that it's time to look how we can sort of enlarge the portfolio. And of course, Dubai itself being in a very kind of an elevated position in the Gulf region in general, and more on that even in the larger region, known for having a very a strong sort of a stability in the society, and being the kind of a center for businesses, a center for a lot of people from different cultural backgrounds coming to work there, enjoy their life there. It was very interesting to see how this kind of an asset that has been built over the years and decades for the Dubai was kind of prompting these next stages where we are moving beyond the oil era, and the region and Dubai with the region has to also to move to see that the sources of wealth need to come from different sources than those that has been provided by oil era, even if Dubai itself is not so dependent on the oil, but certainly many countries nearby are. So it's a truly a challenge, and it's also I believe thought as a pioneer task for Dubai to move on and to see that this wealth in the future, this attraction in the future, will come from rather different sources than extracting oil or gas. Going back to the idea of what the Dubai Future Foundation is it is in a way very unique, being very close to the government and the leadership of Dubai. It had a very special sort of a stance there, and certainly the idea was that it's as much as the thing that it is to tank, even if the tank side, so the operational side, had a very much kind of a dominating role, since they had a lot of these initiatives and projects that needed this kind of immediate operations to be accomplished. But as I see now this year, again, Dubai Future Foundation is maybe more moving towards the think side and strategizing and rethinking where the future opportunities for Dubai is and how Dubai is gonna deal with that. In any case, I found my 2-year experience in the Dubai Future Foundation to be extremely interesting, not only because it was this very unique governmental organizations attached to the kind of the core of Dubai government activities, but also because Dubai obviously is out of Western Hemisphere, and it has a lot of interesting things to say when it comes to the future of that region and in the world in general.